In the shadows of a quiet Washington, D.C. neighborhood, a sinister force began to stir. Actress Chris MacNeil, while absorbed in filming a new movie, could not have foreseen the nightmare awaiting her. It began innocuously enough, a faint chill in the air, an almost imperceptible shift in her daughter, Regan's demeanor. But as nights wore on, the household was plunged into chaos. Regan, once the epitome of innocence at 12 years old, became a vessel for something unfathomably malevolent. The girl's transformation was gradual, a descent from mild mood swings to terrifying hallucinations. Guttural voices that did not belong to her, and bursts of otherworldly strength that defied explanation. Chris's heart sank deeper into a pit of dread each time she found Regan's room marred by violent disarray, the girl herself bound to her bed by forces unseen, writhing and spitting venomous rage. The impotence of modern medicine revealed itself incrementally. Countless doctors, countless tests, all leading to an agonizing abyss of normalcy. No tumor, no infection, no rational cause could explain the abhorrent changes in Regan. Panic tightened its grip around Chris's sanity, and in her desperation, she turned to the sacred halls of the church. Father Karras, a Jesuit priest haunted by his own crisis of faith and the recent death of his mother, was reluctantly drawn into this vortex of horror. Skeptical, yet compelled by Chris's despair, he visited Regan. His disbelief wavered as he encountered a malignance that transcended mere psychosis, a voice archaic and vile, eyes gleaming with a knowledge forbidden to any child. The church, initially reticent, consented to an exorcism under the guidance of Father Merrin, a seasoned exorcist with a haunted past. Upon his arrival, a palpable dread filled the MacNeil home. Merrin's stony demeanor bore testament to battles fought and demons conquered. The exorcism commenced, a grim contest of wills with ancient prayers and sacred rites clashing against the demonic presence. Regan's physical form twisted into grotesque configurations, a shell for the evil that mocked and tormented the priests with insidious glee. The air grew heavy with malevolence, a psychic smog that threatened to smother the flickering flames of faith within Karras and Merrin. The conflict escalated, the demon keen to exploit the deepest fears and doubts of its adversaries. Merrin's steely resolve contrasted with Karras's internal turmoil, yet both were united in their mission to save the tormented girl. The exorcism reached a fever pitch. The room, once just a sanctuary of sleep, now a battleground echoing with otherworldly roars and hallowed invocations. With sweat and tears mingling with whispered prayers, Merrin led the charge while Karras grappled with his own demons. In a gut-wrenching act of sacrificial bravery, Karras exposed himself to the entity, inviting it into his own soul to release Regan from its grip. This selfless gambit, at once noble and harrowing, shattered the demon's hold, but not without a cost. Father Karras, overwhelmed by the demonic tide, succumbed to its dark embrace, his final moments a testament to the sacrifice made in the face of pure evil. As dawn broke, the horror retreated, leaving Regan free from her nightmare. Yet, the silence that followed was thick with the echoes of the ordeal. Father Merrin lay lifeless, a martyr to the eternal struggle, while Karras's tragic end left a haunting void.